I want to give you a tour of the disputing software. Once you're set up and you're logged in, you're going to come to your dashboard page. To the left of your dashboard or underneath your dashboard menu, you're going to see different links. You're going to see the smart credit monitoring link. Yes, you will need to have smart credit monitoring in order to utilize the software. The software pulls your credit report through with each round of disputing, and it will highlight the negative items, negative accounts for you to consider disputing. It will also show you your round after round score changes, if there's any credit utilization changes, and if there's any debt to income ratio changes. So it's really a nice feature of this software. You're going to see a start here menu. I want you to click into that start here menu, and I want you to really take a look at the documents that are in there. I've got some additional dispute letters for you, some additional dispute reasons for you. There's a document on understanding statute of limitations, the credit time clock, and the debt time clock, as we call it. So this document is going to give you an idea of what to dispute and what to leave alone when it comes to negative items on your credit report. And we'll be discussing this. You can post your questions and we'll do some discussions and trainings on all of this information in the Facebook group. There's an ebook in there, Give Yourself Good Credit, which just gives you a really good overview of how credit repair works. So familiarize yourself with that. I've got a suggested dispute letter flow in there for you to give you an idea of how the dispute process goes round after round. And then I want you to print out the credit report audit, because you're going to want to use this checklist as you go through your credit report. It's going to help you to identify potentially negative items that are impacting your credit and that you could use for disputing purposes. Because again, credit repair is about reporting errors and fighting those. Well, not fighting, I should say, but credit repair is about detecting, identifying, reporting errors, and then sending dispute letters to the appropriate parties requesting that the items either be corrected, deleted, that some form of action be taken on them. You also have dispute guides. So I have covered, I think, just about every dispute out there: repos, late payments, hard inquiries, collections, charge-offs, bankruptcy, student loans. I see I need to add evictions. So I do have an eviction dispute guide, and I will make sure to put a link there for you to access as well. Then you're going to want to make sure within the software that your personal information is correct, pulled through correctly, because that personal information will pull through onto your credit reports. You see the section below your personal information, and you'll see a link for documents, rounds, and scores. So let me talk to you about documents. So when you're sending your credit bureau letters to the credit bureaus, you're going to want to have a copy of your photo ID and a utility bill at the very least. Two forms of ID, one that identifies who you are and another one that identifies your current address. So even if your address on your photo ID and utility bill are the same, I say it's better to be safe than sorry. Go ahead and attach both pieces of identification to each letter. Now, you can upload your photo ID into the system as well as your utility bill into the system. And you want it to be a recent utility bill. You can upload your social security card. I've never sent off dispute letters with a social security card. On the letters, I will sometimes have the last four of the social security card, but I've never sent dispute letters with social security cards, and it was not a problem. So I'll leave it up to you if you want to upload your social security card. If you don't want to upload your social security card, I can't turn that field off. So just upload a blank piece of paper so that the system detects something. I actually don't have this field mapped onto any of the credit letters, so the dispute letters. So even if you did upload your social security card, now that I think about it, you would not be able to populate that onto your letters. So you can just go ahead and upload a blank piece of paper just to satisfy that field. To the right side of your dashboard screen, you're going to see your credit scores, and you're going to see three additional sections. Account activity. Now, that information won't start to populate until you have gone to round two. And then the system starts to pull or populate the differences between your credit reports from round one to round two. And if there's anything that's been resolved, anything that's new that's been added to your credit report, or anything removed between rounds, that will reflect there. You've got the credit utilization section, which I think is really cool. So it pulls your credit cards through that are on your smart credit report, the limits, the balances, uh, where you're at with your utilization and what your goal is. And then it will tell you, it shows you how much you want to pay down per credit card in order to get each credit card down to 20%. And you've got your mortgages, your DTI. This is pretty important section if you are going to be looking to purchase a home here in the future. So most lenders want to see your debt to income ratio at a certain percentage. I believe they like to see it no higher than 35%, and you'd have to ask your lender this, but you will be able to see the accounts that are included in your debt to income ratio and how much you want to pay down on these accounts in order to get your debt to income ratio down to meet your goal. Now, this section will not just include credit cards, but it's also going to include any personal loans that you have. And you can actually add additional accounts. For example, your mortgage, if that's not reflecting, or if you're a renter, you can add your rent as a payment form. And then if you need to update your monthly income, you can do that as well here. You can also change the goal number. So if your lender says, hey, you need to be at no higher than 35% DTI, you can change that goal from 20% to 35%. So that's a pretty cool feature as well. And then as you scroll down on the dashboard page, you're going to see your credit report, your personal profile summary, your credit summary, your credit inquiries, and your account history. So for the purpose of this video, because I am in an actual credit report, I'm not going to show you all that information, but just want to give you an idea of what you're going to see as you go through your initial your dashboard page. So once you have gone through your dashboard, your information is correct, because again, that's information that's going to populate onto your credit reports. You've ideally got your photo ID and your utility bill uploaded. You've gone through the start here section, and you've marked up your credit report according to that credit report audit checklist that you have. And if you have any questions on that credit report audit checklist, please reach out to me in the Facebook group, because again, I'm here to support and just mentor you here through your journey. We're on this journey together to get you to better credit. So once you've got all that done, you're going to click on rounds, and then you're going to click on round one. You're going to come to a button that says import report. Then it's going to take you to another screen, another button that says factual. And you're going to click on factual, and it's going to import your credit report through, and then you're going to get started.